45 degrees. And then the back pad is going to be one more step, so it's 3 full steps, and it's going to be at 55 degrees.
Okay.
And, you know, at the end of the day, we adjust it some, you know what I'm saying? But you got to have at least 1 step difference between the front pad and the back pad if you're going to get, if you're going to be able to get the big separation, you know what I'm saying, that you're looking for coming out of the blocks. But I would venture to say that if that person's probably barely getting over the line, you know what I'm saying, on the first step. Where the first step is, I can't remember the exact centimeters that it is, but we have it marked on our track because we're always putting the lines out for them. Because every time we do sprint training and acceleration work, we always have the first 2 steps down in every lane so they know where they're supposed to get to, you know. And then the hurdlers, we got all the 8 steps and the first 2 off of the hurdle so that they know we can, it's for us to watch, not necessarily for them to see, but for us to watch. But I think all of that gets ingrained within them by fall training and doing the stick acceleration drill. So when we get to the blocks, it's usually not much of a problem for us. Yeah, I mean, you know. And I think that's the key, you know, we're doing so many reps of acceleration work. If I added it up for the year, it would be astronomical, okay? But the key is making sure they're doing it right. You don't want to practice it wrong all the time.
Right.
So we still have a couple freshmen, well, we have 2 freshmen really, that is still a little bit of an issue with, and we have 1 transfer girl that is still an issue with. And that's one of the reasons that their 60-meter times are pretty radical at times. You know, it's this, they run 7:23 this week and 7:35 the next week. Well, it's all because of the way they start the first 3 or 4 steps in the race. You know, we had a meet here last night, and we didn't perform very well overall. But it's, for us, it's kind of designed that way. We go to the Tyson meet last week in Arkansas, and everybody's pumped up. It's on TV. We're gonna, you know, it's on the SEC network. You know, we get our hair done. We look good. We're gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? All those things are important, right? You know that. We go, and they, you know, they get pumped up, and they do. We had a great meet. Then we have a home meet with Nichols. And nothing against Nichols or Southeastern or anybody, but it ain't the same, you know. And so it's kind of, you know, it's kind of designed. So we train a little harder this week. They're a little more fatigued, because I know it doesn't matter if I rest them up. The level of excitement's not going to be there. The arousal level's not going to be there for them to perform well. And typically at the meet, we'll get a couple things done that are positive, and it's usually by the people that have maybe been injured earlier in the year and they're just motivated now, or somebody that really hasn't performed very well and they're really motivated, you know. And so we had a couple good things happen, but just like I said, it was from the people that, you know, haven't had a great indoor season, and so they're highly motivated. Everybody else is, well, the SEC's next week, you know. So there's that. You know, it just goes to show you how much emotions involved in our sport, and their arousal level and that sort of thing is really important. But getting back to what I was saying, we got 2 or 3 newcomers that still haven't learned how to exit the blocks correctly. They're still doing a little bit of that cycling stuff. Aaliyah Armstrong's terrible. Simone Mason, who's run the quarter all of her life, but I think she's could be a really great sprinter. And she transferred here from Miami because they were running and she's a 51-something quarter miler, but I think she could be, you know, an 11 flat 100-meter person, you know, and that's what she wants to do, is sprint. And the other day when we were in Fayetteville, she split 51.8 on the relay. I mean, I know she can run the quarter, you know, but she wants to sprint, and that's why she came here, transferred here. It's one of those things where she wanted to come here out of high school, and I wanted her, but, you know, I got Courtney Johnson, Aaliyah Hobbs, Micaiah Britt. I don't need a sprint girl, you know. I'm trying to put the money somewhere else. But anyway, she transferred up here this year. So those people are still learning, you know, how to do this stuff correctly. I don't really have access on this computer to